Hi creative friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of some of my October daily albums in this video. Now I've got a few, so I'm not sure if it's all going to be in one video or if I'm going to break it up. So just be on the lookout for that, and I'll probably mention at the end what I decide to do. I'm going to be on vacation for part of October this year in 2023, and so I won't be able to make any new content during that time. So to fill the space, I thought it would be great to show you some of the things that I've documented in past Octobers. This is actually my October 2023 so far. We'll start with that one. I love documenting October. It is one of my favorite seasons. I love fall, I love Halloween, and I actually get a little bit more into October daily documenting than December, which is a little bit more typical in our industry. But I adore the products for October and Halloween. So let me show you some of the things that I've made. And if you have any questions about how anything came together that I don't go over in enough detail, feel free to leave a comment below and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So this year, I am going to be doing an October Occasionally album. I've already labeled my spine, and this is a Life Crafted 5x8 album. The page protector sizes are 4x8. I'm going to be using a combination of kits for this album. I'm going to be using the Mischief and Mayhem from Citrus Twist. There's some of the die cuts here that I'm using as decorative pieces. And then I'm also going to be using Journals for Life Traveler's Notebook Kit. Their kits and pre-designed pages are 4x8, which is perfect for this page protector size. So I'm going to mix those two because both kits have some pink mixed in with the black and orange, and I love that. It's just gorgeous. So to start off, I made a shaker page for my intro using one of the pre-made papers, adding a label, some stamps, and a die cut. And then I ended up sewing this up with my sewing machine to get a decorative black edge as well as securing my sequins inside. These were a few pages I did in September, knowing that I would be out of town for part of October and I wanted to get ahead on this album. So I also made this bucket list page. Let me get that in center. I used some in kind of enamel dots, but ghost-shaped enamel pieces as my bullet points of what I wanted to do on my bucket list. I used some stamping to make my title, and these were also from Journals for Life products. Then, if you remember, the pumpkin spice drinks at Starbucks were released in August, and I told myself I have to at least wait till September. In my mind, fall starts September 1st or when the kids go back to school. And so I did. I documented that I got my first pumpkin spice cold brew in September, and I used also the Journals for Life orange and pink die cuts. So right now, at the time of this video, those are the few pages that I have going for this season. And then I am going to just be documenting stories that resonate with me for this month. And it won't be a daily, but I will be probably doing like a small traveler's notebook of my trip. I'm going to be going to Hawaii. And I think I'm going to be trying to put a traveler's notebook in one of these pockets and have it dated with the dates that I'm gone. And then, so you can look at that, pull it out, and then I'm going to continue with more of an October theme, Halloween decor. But we'll see how that goes. We'll do that when I get back. So that is 2023. Let's go back to 2021. I actually taught a class at a local scrapbook store on how to put this album together. We had a kit. People could purchase the kit, or I think they could use their stash. And this is what I came up with for the class. We decorated our front cover. well, this is out. There's a pocket. I'll pretend that's there. So I did an entry page. This year we had gotten matching jammies. And what I love about this tag is in this picture, everyone's smiling, looking happy, but my kids were not thrilled about my choice of the jammies. And so in this picture, they were looking rather grumpy. And so I just documented how fun that was to get the jammies. And I had a blast even if they didn't. So then here we did our bucket list. I did some stitching to not only secure the letters down, but just to give some added texture and interest to the page. Then one of the things that we did in this class was do different size pages. So here I cut down a page protector to get 2 3x4 pockets. And that documented my first pumpkin spice of the season. We also used the washi tape that came in the kit to cover all of our bindings. And this is just a fun way to use up your washi and then also make your book a little bit more decorative. So here was a page where we did a flip out. I had an enlarged picture of my son playing soccer, and the sky was really dark and eerie, and so I thought that was fun for the season. We did a little mixed media on this page with some of the Tim Holtz mica stain, and then I documented some new Halloween socks I had gotten. Here we made our own transparency sheet. And we did this in a Mink machine or a laminator. And then we put Halloween sequins, decorative elements, in between 2 page protectors or in between 2 laminate sheets. That's the better word. And then we made that. We broke it up with some simple pockets, added some fun twine to them to make them a little bit more interesting. Here we did a shaker pocket. I noticed going through all my October daily albums that I really love shaker pockets and mini albums. But again, we used more washi tape, more pockets, decorated our pictures with some of the embellishments and stickers from the kit. Now this was one where I did not go with the Halloween theme because it was our 19th wedding anniversary. So I pulled out some things from my stash that happened to be Allie Edwards. And then this is a 1 and a 9 within my sequin pocket to mark 19. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then I had the orange, but then I mixed in the gray. So I think it still matches and goes well with the album, but doesn't scream Halloween for an event that is not Halloween themed. This was a fun one. Again, you see I did some stitching for my title, but I took a clear transparency piece, cut it into a shape of a pocket, and then sewed it to my paper. Then we have all these tags with pictures. There's some journaling on the back of some of them. And the ones that didn't have a picture or journaling, I used more paper from the collection kit. We used ribbon that we had in our stash, and in this one I just pulled out the gray to go with this side of the page, and then the black, and then there was some green to go with the pictures. So I really like that one. That was fun, and I like that the pocket is clear. I think that's really fun. You get to see the tags and some of the pictures on the tags. This was just a blank page. I didn't have anything to go on the back here. So I particularly picked a piece of paper that had a really decorative background. So it didn't feel like it was a blank page. This year's Squid Game TV show was very popular. My son was into watching that, so we watched it with him. And if you did see it, it was extremely gory. So I have these little like bloody handprint stamps on a Halloween stamp set that I have. So I thought that was perfect to stamp those in a red. And then my son wanted to make one of the game pieces in the show. So we just did that, and I documented how we did that. More simple pockets, but with some decorative twine. Now this one, I was showing how to do a flip up in the class, and this was all of our carving of pumpkins. And so this was a great way to get 5 pictures onto one page. And then I also was able to use the 4x4 journal cards that were in the kit, which a lot of times I don't end up using because we don't usually have 4x4 pockets. So this was a nice way to use those. I think I had planned to do some decorative elements here, but by the end of the month, I think we get a little burnt out, and I know I did, so I did not finish that one. But I think it looks okay. And I particularly use the same pattern paper over here, so it looks like it goes together. This was another one. I used a tag for some journaling, but it's in a pocket, so it doesn't cover the whole space, and so you get a little bit of a see-through element there. This was a fun door opening. I loved this holographic skeleton paper, and I didn't want to cover it up with a picture, so I made it into a door that opens up, and this was the main picture that I took of my kids and our dog with their costumes for the season. And just decorated that. And then lastly, the night of Halloween, we tend to have a lot of pictures. I know I do. And so I had pictures of my kids, their friends, trick-or-treating, the party they went to. And so to get a lot of pictures on a page, and also to make it simple because I was kind of burning out by the end of the month, I did a digital collage. And then I left spaces where I could put some sticker embellishments so it looks more interesting. I've got more washi tape here, and then I did the same thing on the back. This was more of the decorations that we saw when we walked around trick-or-treating. And again, I left spaces so I could do some embellishments in places where there weren't pictures. And then lastly on this album, I had just some random pictures left over that didn't really warrant a whole spread. So I printed them very small in a 2x2 square, made some sequin pockets, and then also added some 2x2 square pieces from the kit that we were using. And so it was just a great way to get some added pictures in. And I did it on the back too. Just a bowl of our candy, some random pictures. I had tried to make, well, I did make, I didn't try, but I tried to make spooky pancakes with whipped cream and then these gummy eyeballs. And every year I try to make something that's kind of spooky. I think it makes me like a totally cool mom. And my kids think it's so gross and then they don't want to eat it. So that's why it didn't warrant its full page and just a little 2x2 in the back. But anyway, that was my 2021 album. I think I'm going to stop the video now, and I've got 2 more albums to walk through, and we'll do that in another video.